So in the past day or so, I came across this tweet/article, and here's what they have to say. With the departure of Davante Adams, Green Bay doesn't look as scary as it once did within the NFC North. That's opening the door for a new division champ, and at 2FlyJJ says it could be the Vikings. And I may disagree that they don't look as scary. I think it's honestly good if the Packers are underrated, because I feel like that will lead to more success if people are doubting the Packers, which I don't think they honestly should be doing. But let's hear exactly why they have this thought. So this is by JB Butler over here at thedraftnetwork.com. So starting off, since 2000, the Green Bay Packers have won the NFC North 12 times, more than doubling the success of the Chicago Bears and Minnesota Vikings during that time. However, this upcoming season feels different. Does it? After the departure of wide receiver Davante Adams, the Packers don't look like the same caliber of team that we have come to expect. As Green Bay was turned into a media circus, the Vikings went to work, building a roster that could knock quarterback Aaron Rodgers off his pedestal and bring home their second division title in 5 years. So I think the idea here is just because the Packers lost Davante Adams, which I think obviously losing Davante is a big thing. He was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. But that seems to overshadow, I think, everything else the Packers have done this offseason, which honestly I think can make them a better overall team in 2022 when we look at keeping the exact defense around, having Joe Barry coming into year 2, drafting 2 studs in the first round, which could come in and start right away, Devontae Wyatt and Quay Walker on this defense. I think that just how good this Packers defense is going to be next year, I think lots of people are missing just how good this Packers defense is going to be. Having Jair Alexander, where last year he missed pretty much all the season. Having Rasul Douglas and Eric Stokes, who should grow coming into year 2. I think this defense is honestly going to overshadow the loss of Davante Adams. And I've stated in the past, when we look at the Packers, they were 7-0 without Davante, put up about 32 points per game. And so just because Davante Adams is gone, I do not think that necessarily means this Packers offense is going to take a step back. Could it happen? Of course. Anything is always possible. The Packers offense could struggle, but I really don't think that's going to be the case when we look at having Aaron Rodgers, when we look at just how successful the Packers have been in the past without Davante Adams. I don't see why the Packers offense can't be similar to how they were last year, and I feel like this defense will take a huge step forward. So those are my thoughts so far. But here they say this. After the Vikings' disappointing 2021 season, head coach Kevin O'Connell was brought in to try and steer the ship in the right direction. Minnesota has found its guy given his recent success with QB Matt Stafford in Los Angeles. And then coming down here, and the Vikings didn't just improve their coaching staff this offseason. They also added veteran players like linebackers Jordan Hicks and Darius Smith, and defensive tackle Harrison Phillips in free agency. These signings all have the chance to significantly help the team, especially in clutch time, which Minnesota struggled with last season. 8 of their 9 losses were only one-possession games. Also, the signing of Smith from the Packers hurt their rivals' pass rush depth, which is always a plus, especially for your franchise quarterback. So I think the Packers would have liked to be able to keep Za'Darius, but of course, his salary cap cap hit was so large. The Packers had, no option but to release him. And considering he really only played in, about 1 game in 2021, I don't think that the Packers defense is going to take a step back because he wasn't even playing. And so to have Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, on this defensive line on the outside, I think is going to be, just as good as they were as 2021. So it is going to be weird to see Za'Darius Smith on the Vikings. And hopefully when the Packers play the Vikings, we don't see Za'Darius sack Aaron Rodgers, because if you would have said that a year or 2 ago, it would have been like, what, really? No way. So, obviously I think the Vikings have made some moves to get better. I'm not saying that I don't think the Vikings could be a better team. I think they definitely could. I just think the Packers are going to be even better than this past year. I just think that overall, this team has honestly a better chance to make a Super Bowl run. But those are sort of my thoughts on the situation. Let me know if you have the similar opinion. He thinks the Vikings will win the NFC North. I don't think that's going to be the case, but time will tell. Let me know your prediction down in the comments down below. But just wanted to cover that real quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't followed me on social media, Instagram here, Twitter here, I post on there occasionally. So if you want to see more stuff there, feel free to follow. But that is all for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.